Okay, so we are back for session 19, and we are nearing the end of a long journey for a solo game, and it's been really fun, you guys. It's been a really good journey so far, but let's see where we get to today. What happened last time in session 18? We knew that we landed on one hex remaining, but we are on the verge of uncovering the Atlantis Millennium. But we pushed through the final uncharted hexes of the Outer Ring. We survived that pirate mothership and some zero-G duels, and with the map nearly complete and the Synth arc calling for their new Genesis, that's going to be interesting. I haven't read it, and I stopped myself because I didn't want spoilers, so I don't know what new Genesis entails. The end game is officially here, everybody. Will it be session 19? I don't think so. I think the expansion Atlantis Millennium will at least take another session. So yeah, I don't think this will be the last one, but let's play and let's get into it. Session 19. Is this the penultimate session? You know, maybe. It feels like it is. So this is session 19, and we have one more hex to go. We flew to hex 2 already, and this is the last hex. Oh my gosh, it's been such a long journey with Astroprisma. Anyway, I'll get into the nostalgia later. But oh man, I'm gonna miss it. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it because this is such a good game. It's going away. Okay, so we have the Nova here in hex 2 as we start session 19. Okay, session 19, I'm going to look, no, not session 19, hex 2 is the inner ring. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to explore the inner ring. I'm going to roll a d6 and see what kind of encounter we get as we start up again. Roll a d6. Okay, a 6. Okay, this is a faction encounter. So let's see what kind of faction encounter it is. Now, there are a few that I have negative with. So I have Corsair is at a negative and Medusa. So I don't want a 1 or 2 or a 5 or a 6 because then it will be a negative, a hostile encounter, and then I'll have to, kill them immediately. I don't want it, We're feeling sentimental. Do we have to kill someone as soon as we start? Maybe. Okay, so let me roll this d10. Let's see who we get. Come on. 8. Okay, I'll take it. 8 is ISF. Let's see, what am I with ISF? Oh, okay. 0. So neutral. Okay, so let's go to ISF. The Intersolar Federation. As a reminder, the ISF is built from the last remnants of the galactic empires that ruled the universe before the apocalypse. The Intersolar Federation is the de facto trade authority in this universe. Okay, so this was a neutral encounter, so I'm going to roll a d6 and see what they want. Okay, that's a 3. Let's see. Okay. A gigantic Edge Charger W cargo ship is docked in an orbiting trading hub. Hundreds of metal containers are loaded into its cargo bay while a group of engineers fix its engine. Our engine failed before reaching our next step. We will miss the deadline on the shipment, a merchant comments. He thinks for a few seconds and then offers to pay you 100 serum if you deliver the cargo to the nearest settlement. If you accept, load 2 cargo containers on your ship and deliver them. You get +1 favor with ISF. Hey, I could do that. And just to let you know, it just so happens I am on my way to a settlement. The Synth arc settlement, to be exact. Yeah, let's load it up. Why not? Okay, so load 2 cargo containers. Easy peasy. Okay, so we lug these heavy metal containers. They're locked into our cargo bay, and we hear our ship's internal sensors as they adjust for the extra weight, and the hum of the engine fill a bit deeper as I pull away from the trading hub and set a direct course for the Synth arc settlement. This is the final stretch, everybody. That was it. It was just that neutral encounter there, and so we fly. And that takes 1 fuel as we go down to 9. And this is officially explored. That was our last hex, everybody. It was quick. So we are now in the Synth Arc settlement. This is the completion of the delivery. This marks the end of our mapping expedition. Every hex is now explored. And so, we are primed for the exact condition required for the Atlantis Millennium. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're en route. We gained 100 more serum and a +1 with Synth Arc. Okay, so let's add that in. There we go. And we'll add in a +1 with Synth Arc. And it's, sorry, not Synth Arc. It was with ISF. So now we are at 1 with them. Okay. And then we got the 100 serum. Easy. And so we fly over. Coordinates are locked. The crew, I think we've been on a long journey together. Everybody who is on this crew who came, we have Gray, who started off as someone who was looking for a purpose and was told there is none, and that she had to make her own. And we eventually found Zen because she was trying to find family or others like her. And then we met Dr. Quinn, I believe, at a settlement, and we helped him out, and we dealt with a bounty hunter for Dr. Quinn. And then we met Lily, who just needed help buying a power gen. And now she's a part of the crew. So we have a full crew on the Nova. This is Team Indigo as we make our way to the Synth Arc settlement. So let's see. What do we got here? For the final one, we're going to look at... So we're going to got the PDF. We're going to look at Synth Arc. Okay, so we are at a new Genesis right now. We're at 10 favor with Synth Arc, and let's see what it is. So we make our way into the Synth Arc settlement, and it looks like there are 3. This is the final event. So there's number 1, there's a scrapyard skirmish. Destroy the amoral Corsair Syndicate, which commits heinous acts in their pursuit of material wealth. Travel to a Corsair settlement and fight the Claw Mothership and a Star Predator. What is the effect? The settlement is under Synth control now. Synth Arc gains control of all Corsair tiles in the system. Wow. Okay. And then the second one, War of Clones. The Prophet has concluded that the only way to secure our existence is to eliminate our enemies. Travel to a Medusa settlement and fight a Medusa master hacker and 2 net hackers. What is the effect? The settlement is now under Synth control, and I gain +1 mind and a random master hack for each unique drone you have in your memory slots. -10 favor. -10 favor is crazy. Number 3, Beyond Humanity. Reach completion. Travel to a research outpost and fight 3 android titans guarding ancient tech. The effect: if you have 6 cybertech implants installed, you gain armor equal to half your tech, rounding down, and restore 1 energy at the start of each turn during regular combat. Now my question is, I know this is the final thing. Do I have to do all 3? That's a lot. We can do it. We have taken down enemies like this before easily. At this point, we're very overpowered. But I'm wondering, I'm gonna see if we need to do all 3, which we can, but I just want to make sure. Okay, so I looked it up and I double checked here. So we see here that there are faction events, right? So they are narrative scenes that are triggered once you reach a certain level of favor with a faction. So that's 2, 5, and 10. I've done the 2 and 5 already. That first event allows you to join the faction ranks. The second event represents an important mission to advance their goal. And then for the final event, you'll be faced with a choice between 3 different endings that will tip the balance of power between your faction and one of the other 5. Reaching 7 favor with a faction will also reward you with a warp drive if you haven't already acquired one. And so I can choose between these 3 endings because, of course, I have been all in with Synth Arc, I think from like the very first session. There was no other faction that I was going to go with. It was very clear ever since I took the cyborg background. So yeah, I'm going all in for Synth Arc. So now we're going to go back and let's see which one we should do. We got 3 options. Okay, there's a scrapyard skirmish, destroy the Corsair Syndicate. I'm leaning Corsair. Okay, so let's see. I don't want to fight Android Titans. I feel like they're my like they're just three of them. They're just level 3 enemies. They're not too bad, but there's three of them, so okay. And then there is the claw. Again, we are one-shotting these. I don't think the enemies matter. We're one-shotting them at this point. I'm gonna do Scrapyard Skirmish. This is the one that's kind of calling to me. This one here. We're gonna go with that one. Okay, so while we're here, we're going to just re-up on everything. Health is gonna go up. And then fuel's gonna go up to 20. And then the hull is going back up as well. Energy will go up as we kind of just restock here before we head out. Okay, so narratively, what does this look like? Because this is very important. We glide into the docking cradle of the Synth settlement, and the docking clamps, they lock onto our ship, and we drop the 2 cargo containers off for the merchant, and he immediately transfers the 100 serum, and yeah. And instead of the standard mission board, we see this shimmering holographic bridge. It forms from the airlock, and it leads directly to, we're going to call it, the Hall of Transcendence. The Synth definitely doesn't see us as outsiders or drifters anymore. We are Team Indigo. We are the apostles who brought the light of the map stars back to the fold, and the prophet stands before a central pillar of light, and we see the star system map. It's like projected across the chamber, and every single tile I have explored, we see it's glowing, steady white light, and the prophet speaks. The prophet says, "The map is complete. The cycle of wandering ends, and the new Genesis begins. But a new world cannot grow while the old rot remains. The Corsair Syndicate is a parasite on the system. Their flagship, the Claw, sits at the center of their settlement like a rusted thorn. You are to travel to the Corsair settlement. Your objective is to destroy the Claw and its lethal escort, the Star Predator. When their engines go cold, the Synth will move in to claim the territory. This is the final purge required to secure the future for all synthetic life." And all 4 of us are standing there, listening. It's Lily, it's Dr. Quinn, it's Zen, it's me, all 4 of us, shoulder to shoulder. Our crew is ready, the Nova is fueled, and this is the final hunt before the Atlantis Millennium reveals itself, that expansion. So we need to travel to the Corsair settlement. Now, if it's not on the map, then we'll make one. Because, so we got Synth there, we got Medusa, we got ISF. We could just place it, Let's see. I think that was one we didn't find, but I think we can just place it. We got the Warg settlement. I remember that session. That was fun. The Cloud X Casino was a fun expansion. Okay, I think what I'm just gonna do, there is like some rules for exploring or placing a tile or something. It's like if there is a page on directions. On page 18, it talks about throughout your adventure, you'll find directions to specific locations, ships, or items. And if you're given directions to a main location and the tile is already occupied by one, use this guide to determine its new location. And I'm not really understanding it, and I don't want to spend too long trying to figure it out. I know if I could get it eventually, but what I'm going to do is, I believe there are 36 hexes. So I'm just gonna roll 1d36. That's totally a die. Look it up. I'm just going to, but no, I'm literally going to just type in Google 1d36, and then there's a site that has like every die possible. Oh, and I rolled it, and I got 26. So let's see, where's 26 at? If it doesn't have a location on it, then that's where Corsair is. 26. Oh my god, you guys. No freaking way. This is where 26 is. It's a Warg settlement. I gotta roll again. Also, it's right under Synth. Isn't that crazy? What if I had Go destroy them. They're right by. Okay, I'm gonna roll again. 29. Okay, not too far. 29 is... Oh my god, you guys. I keep rolling for settlements. This is that's ISF. Okay, one more time. Come on, where are you? It's so hard to find them. 24. I keep rolling in the 20s. Okay, here we go. I found it. 24, right here. Okay, so we got to get to 24. That is outer ring. So we load up and we fly. We are ready. That is where Corsair is at. We top off the Nova's tanks. Everybody fills up their vital reserves. We make sure every system is in peak condition for the final strike against the Corsair Syndicate. Everybody is ready as the Nova's engines roar to life. Everything's starting to vibrate through the deck plates, and we could still hear the Prophet's blessing that's lingering in our minds. And we make our way. The star chart on our ship, it highlights the Corsair settlement, and we make our way over there. So, since Corsair is here, do they have... Let me get their little token. What is their token again? That's Corsair. Okay, Corsair's a little skull with cogs. Okay, so it is silent, and then we enter into the Corsair territory, and it's not looking good. The Nova drops out of warp, and I believe I forgot to minus 2 fuel, as we did fly over 2, so we still got to do that even if it's the last thing we do. 2 silhouettes detach from shadows of a hollowed out asteroid. One is lumbering behemoth. We see iron protruding hooks, and that is the Claw spaceship. And the other is a sleek, a little bit more predatory fighter, and it's pulsing with a red engine light. That is the Star Predator. And they aren't bothering with a hail. The Syndicate knows exactly why an apostle of the Synth Arc has arrived at their doorstep. And so we immediately... It's going to be them 2 against me. We have one-shotted them before, so I'm not too scared, but if they go before me, the Claw gets 4 actions, and the other gets 3. So that would be 7 actions before I could do anything, and they could possibly just, blow me to smithereens, but that can't be our end, can it? Our end can't be that we're destroyed by these ships. So we have the Star Predator here, and then this is we'll say this one's the Claw. Now the Claw has 4 actions. It's a little bit beefier. Real quick, let's see what the Star Predator can do. Okay, so it has 3 actions. They all have 20 hull, and it could deal 2 damage. It could deal X damage, ignoring shields. That's a good one. The next attack made during this turn deals double damage. They can only use that once per turn. They could deal 10 damage. It's kind of crazy. And they deal plus 2 damage to ships in critical condition. So if I get down to 10, whatever else damage they do, it will add on a plus 2. So there's that. And then we'll see what the Claw can do. Okay, the Claw, it gains an extra action next turn. If I rolled a 1, also can do 5. Oh man, that's crazy. It could deal 3 damage, an additional 2 damage for each active shield on this ship. It can destroy all enemy shields. It can gain 3 shields, and then its skill is that if this ship is in critical condition, it has an extra action per turn. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Let's do it. This can't be our end. There's no way. Okay, time to do this. Let's do this. So initiative, I'm going to roll my grace, and then I'll roll for the Claw, which is going to be a plus 4. And then the Star Predator is going to be a plus 3. Okay, let's do this. I hope that I go first, but if anything, I hope that I just don't go last. For some reason in this game, I roll really well for the enemies, so who knows. Okay, so I have Lily who can help me out. Can't forget that. Lily deals an extra damage, and she has her weapons. You guys, am I stalling? Maybe. Let me just recheck what Lily helps me out with. Missiles deal plus her vigor, and her vigor is 3. So she helps me out with that, and all my weapons deal plus 1 damage. So yes, and I could gain 3 shields that cost 3 energy. It's once per turn I could do that. because we have the Aegis generator, and we have quantum system. We can teleport into any enemy ship. We may have to do that. We have to get them down to critical condition, and we also have to roll a 6. So there's 2 parts to that. Okay, no more stalling. Let's roll. Here we go. Here's for the enemy. This is for the claw. This is a D10 plus 4. Come on, low. Roll low, roll low. Okay. The claw rolled an 8. I'm just gonna write that down before I forget, because Lord knows I will forget. Okay. And this is for the Star Predator. This is a plus 3. Oof, another 8. So they roll an 8. Okay, I also have plus 4. Come on, high rolls. I don't have anything to re-roll. 10! Yes! Okay, I go first. Oh my god. Okay. I rolled a 10 on initiative. Okay, I can go first. Okay, so I can roll 4d6 every turn. Okay. Who should I attack first? Who should we attack first? Star Predator. I know that the claw has 4 actions, but it could deal 10 damage. I think I might take that one. 10 that's a good one. I'm going for Star Predator first. Yeah, they're small but mighty. So, Star Predator. Here, let me move these around so it kind of makes sense. Star Predator is here. But I can go first. So let me roll my 4d6 and see what we get. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they both rolled an 8. But since the claw has a higher amount of, we'll say it's like its version of grace, the claw is gonna go second. Okay, so I'm looking at my modules. 2, I could restore hull, but I'm not going to do that. 2 is definitely going towards tracking radar. My next attack this turn deals double damage. I also have my auto turret, so that's another 2. I have 5, 6. I can deal 6 damage, and it also can be double. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the 2 first. We're going to activate the tracking radar. The radar dish sweeps the debris field, locking onto the Star Predator's primary vents. And our next attack is prime for double damage. That's where the ogre missiles are coming in. Lily slams the firing studs, and the missiles streak across the void. And she has expert guidance, so we get plus 3 damage from that. So we have the damage right now. Oh my god. The damage right now. We have 6 base plus Lily's bonus, that's 9. Because of that tracking radar, that's times 2. That's 18 damage already. That was just 2 of the dice. We still have 3 and 4. I did 2, 3, and 4. They're in critical condition. Do they have anything when they're in critical? They don't. Their skill. Sorry, no, that's the claw. I was looking at the claw. They deal plus 2. Is that all we get? But Lily adds another. Lily adds a plus 1. What about that? Lily has a plus 3, but then we also have Starship Weapons deal another plus 1. I'm gonna double check, because if that plus 1 doubles and then we can add 2 more damage, it's dead. And I would love to take out the Star Predator in 1 hit. I just need to recalculate this. Okay, just recalculated one more time. I rolled 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to spend, I take each dice number and I put it in a module or a system and to decide where I'm going to put them. So I'm going to spend the 3 for tracking radar. So my next attack deals double damage. That's the 3 spent. The 2 is going to be for the auto turrets that I have, and it's going to deal 2 damage. And then 5 is for the ogre missiles, and that deals 6 damage. And because I just had the tracking radar, it doubles all that. So it is 2 plus 6 is 8 times 2, or actually Lily also adds plus 3 because of her expertise. And she also has a passive ability which adds plus 1 to all Starship Weapons. And so tracking radar kicks in. It doubles everything. You guys, just to let you know, everything doubles after we add in Lily stuff. We add in everything that we put in, and we fire off, and it completely to shreds. Okay. Oof. Star Predator, it was nice knowing ya. Listen, we had to take out one immediately because that 10 damage, it was gonna do some crazy stuff to us if we, oh my god, if we hadn't gone first. Whew, oh my gosh, going first is our saving grace. Star Predator, dead, shot out of the sky. It didn't stand a chance against our level of synchronized fire between the auto turrets shredding its shielding and the ogre missile slamming directly into its core. The interceptor has been reduced to a cloud of expanding debris, and you see it, just bits and pieces flying everywhere. The auto turrets actually hit all enemy ships, which is pretty cool. So the claw also took a hit to it as well. So it took 4 damage because all my attacks deal double damage. So like, I think a huge chunk of the Star Predator ship slams into the claw ship as well, and it goes down to 16 health, or 16 hull actually. But it can go next, and this is let's see. Surprisingly, it doesn't have like too many like damaging type things. If I roll a 2 to a 6, then yes. But other than that, it's all about like destroying our shields, or it gains 3 shields, or it can take an extra action. But in terms of like dealing damage, it's not as bad as the Star Predator. The Star Predator was all about dealing damage. And the Claw is more about just destroying shields. I can see why they're paired together. So, okay, now we gotta deal with the Claw. Now this pirate mothership is now isolated in this debris field, and you could see its heavy magnetic grapple. It's retracting as it pivots to its massive bulk towards the Nova. And so let's go. I think their bridge crew, whoever's in there, they're likely panicking right now, having watched their deadliest escort vaporize in seconds. But they are still armed, so let's do this. The Claw is still a boss level threat for actions, so let's do this. I'm gonna roll 4 times, as it has 4 actions, so let's do it. Okay, first one is a 6. It deals 3 damage, an additional 2 damage for each active shield on this ship. We only have 1 active shield. Okay, so since we have 1 shield, we can negate all this damage just once. But we do have... I'm not going to activate the Aegis generator because it's going to deal more damage. Or actually, I can activate. It costs 3 energy, but is that like on my turn? Can I do it as a reaction? Oh, I cannot activate the Aegis generator. It can only be activated by my starship's turn, of course, by spending my action dice. Okay, just wanted to double check. I just looked in the PDF. Okay. But I do have 1 active shield, so I'm gonna just soak up that first one with that shield, and I believe the shield is like destroyed, baby. So shields nullify all damage from the next incoming attack. Once a shield blocks an attack, it is consumed. Shields are reset to 0 after each fight. So it consumes it, that one, so I take that in. So when my shield blocks that attack, it's consumed. Okay, so I'll have to, if I want to, like, you know, the Aegis generator, it's a 5 and a 6. That's the only way I can get that bad boy. I can gain 3 if I roll a 5 and a 6. I might need it, but let's see what happens here. So that was his first attack. Let's roll again. 2. Okay, it deals 3 damage to me, to our ship. Okay, so we are now down to, I'm just going to use this here. We're down to 17 hull. Actually, that's not where my hull tracking is. My hull tracking is here, -3. And we are down to 17. And that was its second one. So let's roll again. Its third attack, it's a 6. It deals another 3 damage as our hull goes down to 14. Or 13. Wait, 14, because I incorrect? Okay. This is its last action. That's a 7. 7, it destroys all enemy shields. Well, guess what? I don't have any up. That was a waste of an action. Okay, we are now down to 14 hull. Okay, let's roll my 4d6. Let's see, can we one-shot this bad boy? Okay, so I rolled 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so let me look at my modules again. This is what I really, really like. Okay, I got 1. So one could only really go to auto turrets. Auto turrets is the only one where it's a 1 and a 2 where that activates. And I got a 2. I could use tracking radar. 3 and 4. I can't deal 6 damage because I didn't roll a 5 or a 6. 5 or 6 is the heavy hitter here. I'll deal some, but we're going to be back and forth. And then a 2 through a 4 is restoring 4 hull, which is probably smart to do. And I didn't roll a 5 or a 6, so I can't even activate 3 shields. Okay, so let's spend... Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to spend dice 2 and 4. The drones work overtime, and they eject from the ship, and they restore 8 hull. We didn't need 8, but we will go back up to full because of their help. So we will go back up to 20. I'm going to spend die number 3 for the tracking radar. There is a hard lock. It's established on their motherships, like any structural weak points, and our next attack is primed for double damage. And that's going to be the auto turrets. That's the best we can do right now. Auto turrets just do 2 damage. And we have plus Lily's passive is 3, and Lily can also add on 3. So after calculating all of that, the claw was currently at 16, and we just hit them. Oh man, if we had got anything bigger, we could have one-shotted them just now. But we have 2 from the base from the turrets. We have +1 from Lily's passive, and then a +3 from Lily's expertise. All of that times 2 is 12. So now the claw is down to 4 health, but it has that ability that kicks in when it gets into critical. So it's a wreck. There's twisted metal, there's venting plasma, and it's kind of listing heavily in the debris field. However, with the hull integrity failing, the pirate crew has bypassed every reactor safety to keep the guns alive, and their passive skill has activated. The claw now, I think, has 5 actions. If this ship is in critical condition, it has an extra action per turn. So it does have 5 actions now, which is crazy. Okay. The bridge of the Nova, it shakes as the pirate behemoth, it groans, and they know they're going down, but they're trying to take us with them. It is the enemy's turn, and I will roll the 5d10. Hopefully it's not too crazy, because I have no shield, so any damage that they do, 2 through 6 is, let's just go. That's 3 damage. And they blast. They're going down. Good thing we repaired, because, oh my gosh. Okay, again. Come on, that's another 3 damage. They're continuing to shoot. That was their second action. As we go down to 14 hull, and I'm going to roll again. And that's a 1. So they gain an extra action next turn, but hopefully we just take them out. Because, seriously. Okay, here's their 4th one. 10. They gain 3 shields. Oh no! Damn! Oh, I can only hit them once. Because their first 3 shields are just going to soak up... Oh, Jesus. Okay, here's their last turn. What is it? 1. Okay, they gain an extra action. Okay. Woo! Okay. Okay, it's back to our turn. You guys, there's no way. This is not how it ends for us. If I just need... You guys, I just need 1... I need 1 6, and then we can get onto their ship. We can teleport. Me and Zen. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, I got a 6. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay, so we have a few options. We can gain shield. Not going to do that. We have our quantum system. On a 6, we teleport 1 person into the enemy ship. But Zen has an ability where he can come with me. So that would be it. Okay, we're back to 14 hull. But I could hit them, but they have 3 shields, which will soak up all damage. I think Yeah, I think boarding is the best method here. If I stay in the Nova, those 3 shields on the claw will just be a massive headache. And since each shield nullifies an entire attack regardless of damage, I could do like 12 plus damage, and it would only pop 1 shield and deal 0 damage to their hull. And with the mothership, their next turn is going to have 7 actions, which I think we could probably survive. But goddamn, they only have 4 hull left. Like, they're on their last legs. We're gonna freaking teleport over there. Yeah, there's no point. We're gonna teleport. So we teleport. I yell to Zen, "On me!" And then we go to our teleportation circle. And the air on the pirate ship is thick with the scent of cheap synthetic oil, and alarms are blaring. And me and Zen appear in a flash of blue light right behind the command console. The pirate captain, it's this massive, scarred, brutish of a man. He spins around. He has like a rusted mechanical claw with his left hand, and he has a heavy slug thrower as he aims it at us. His crew is scrambling, but they're not paying attention to us as the ship is about to go down. And they're messing with an apostle of the Synth Arc. Let's go. This is the Corsair captain. And let's deal with this bad boy. We're going to call him Krell. His name is Krell. They call him Krell the Hook. And he sneers at us, and he has a mechanical eye tracking us. "You think you can just blink onto my bridge and end the Syndicate legacy? I survived the ISF purges and the Medusa plagues. You're just scrap waiting to be reclaimed." And he has his gun ready to fight. Zen draws his blade, and there's that neon glow reflecting off the monitors. Lily's still in the Nova, keeping the ship steady. And we got our auto turrets, everything we need. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Let's find a stat block for him. Let's see. This is Corsair. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We found the Outer Ring Crime Boss stat, because I figured this is the final fight, or one of the final ones. I don't know what's gonna happen in the expansion, but he's wearing these heavy armor plates, and oh god, he doesn't look like a common pirate. He has ruled this outer ring through pure violence, and he has this laser blaster with a laser accelerator. Damn, that's gonna just cut through all armor. How do I know? Because my teammates have that. Krell. That's his name. We're gonna call him Krell. Zen is right beside me, hand on the hilt of his neon blade. He waits for my signal to strike. The bridge crew is backed away into the shadows, leaving the center of the room for us and their boss. So we initiate the boarding. Let's roll for initiative. Let's go. I'm gonna roll high for him. I just know it. He has 2 grace, so he only has +2. So let's roll for the enemy first. Why not? Oh god, you guys. I can't believe this. I should believe this. This is absolutely crazy. I rolled 12 for the enemy. So as of right now, they are going first. Jesus. Okay, let's look at what they can do actually. On a 1 to a 4, he has his laser blaster, and it ignores enemy armor. Great. Okay. He has a flash round. He has a frag grenade. He can also roll for 0G liquor, which makes him move twice that next turn. And then he has a tricillin tablet, which he can add +1 to all stats. And he has a skill. He cannot be stunned, which is great. Also, he is ready, even though his ship is about to go down. Okay, I'll go, and hopefully I roll a 10 as well. Hopefully I can go first. My grace is 4, so to get above his 12, I would need a 9. I gotta roll a 9 for me. Wow, let's do it. Oh, so close. Okay, Zen's going to go, and Zen has just a +1. So he's not gonna get above anybody. Yeah. I just want to see just in case he might go in front of me, but I doubt it. So he is last. Oh, you guys, this is crazy. It's very fitting that for the final fight, I rolled extremely high for the enemy. Of course I did. That's annoying. Okay, so we have to be extremely tactical here. He has 4 armor and 90 HP, and he also just bypasses all of our armor. It's very likely that Zen will go down, and we don't have the doctor. It's just us two, as he goes first. Let me roll that D10 for him. Let's go. Let's see what he does. 4. Oh, laser blaster. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. It's a D8. What's it called? D8 plus 5 for him. Of course, and I rolled an 8, you guys. I rolled a... I can't believe I rolled an 8. I rolled the highest on the D8. Here's the thing. So the dice gods bless me with high rolls. And in solo games, when I don't want it, they're like, no, you either want it all the time or never. And so that's how it is with me. God damn. It's so stupid. 13 damage. Who is he going to attack? You know what? I'm gonna say Gray hops in front of Zen because she sees this large. She's gonna take it. She's gonna take all that damage, and it ignores the enemy armor. So it's 25 minus 13. Whatever. She's at 12 damage as she leaps in front of Zen as he goes the laser blaster to go shoot at Zen. But Gray steps up. Okay, you guys know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we have to be... Okay, here we go. You guys, I have ceramic skin. Once per combat, I can negate all damage. Yes, okay, I'm doing that. 100%. I'm going back up this. So what happens is like he shoots the laser blaster and you can see like my ceramic skin like absorb it and take it in. Oh my god. Now what I want to double check is how much cyber tech I can use per round in combat. Because I think I might have been doing it wrong this entire time. I know that I have 6. I can install up to 6 active cyber tech abilities. Generally consume. Well, this didn't say it consumes a main action. For the most part, they'll say it takes a main action or it takes a side action. Blah blah blah. I think this is more like a passive ability, and so I don't think it will take one. Okay, so I have the energy for it. So what I'm going to do is, Octo Tentacles are going to activate. So that's the ability that I'm going to do. That's going to give me an extra main and side action. I could do it once per combat. And then I am definitely going to use the Charge Splitter. I'm probably going to use so much energy. But, oh god, it costs energy. Okay, how much do I want to do? Okay, I'm going to do 6 energy for the Charge Splitter, so that's going to allow me to roll 66. So I'm going to load that up now. But it takes 6 energy from me. So, minus 6. So that's my first... That is my first main action. So I'm at 14 energy. Ooh, I can activate Hydraulic Barrel, and for 2 turns, the target deals half damage. But I think Zen has something similar. Zen has Crippling Edge. Okay. Ooh, that would be smart if I did that. If I just used Hydraulic Barrel. Maybe on my second attack. I have 2 attacks. But for this first one, Charge Splitter, and then I'm going to charge the attack, which is another 3 energy. I go down to 11, but that's going to deal double damage. So I'm going to roll 66. I'm going to double that damage once that happens. And this is just my first action. I still have a side action that I could do. I will probably try to throw some type of bomb or something, but let's roll this 66. Let's see what I get. Okay. I can't see the number. 23. Okay, 23 times 2. 46 damage. Oh, and he has... How much armor does he have? 4 armor. So I do 42 damage. That's good. And that was just my first action. This guy can do very... Like, he could deal a lot of damage. Okay, so that was just my main action. I didn't even do my side one, but let's see what I can do. He can't be stunned, so I'm not going to try to stun him. But let's see what I can do. This is the end of the campaign. It would be my vigor against his, which is only 2 and his is 5, so he's likely to pass all of this, but why not? You guys, I have so much in my inventory. Might as well. Do I have any Stardust Soda? I have 1 Stardust Soda. That means I can automatically succeed on any Vig or Grace challenge roll. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this Stardust Soda. That's going to be my first main inside action. It was to shoot him for 42 damage, and then I take out the Stardust Soda, drink it, I guess, and I feel invigorated, and attention sharpens, senses are heightened, and I am ready. And I'm ready for my second action. My first was just shooting, and you just go like the charge splitter lets out a barrage of damage, so much, and you see his body. He's like planting his feet in the ground as he's getting pushed back by the barrage of fire from my charge splitter. And I put the charge splitter away, and you know what I'm grabbing out? I'm grabbing out the Halo disc, everybody. And I'm also going to charge this attack. That's going to be another 3 energy. So Halo discs are going to deal double damage, so that's going to be 2d6 plus my grace, which is 4. Okay. That is 11. So that is double damage. That is 22. And that will be 22 minus 4. So I do another 18 as he goes down to 30. I've taken him down so, like, he's bloodied for sure, this guy. As I pull out my Halo disc and they vibrate and I slash, and then I slash one of his arms off. And you could hear like a bloody heap falls to the floor, and he screams. But I didn't cut off the arm that has the gun. So he's like screaming, and he's like getting ready to shoot again. That was my first attack, but because I took the Stardust Soda, I'm also going to I can use one of my bombs. I could overheat him, so that means at the top of his turn he would take d6, or I can do d8. I'm going to do a frag grenade. So I unhook a frag grenade from my belt. I lob it at him as he's still kind of like going into like a concussed state, as one of his arms lobs on the ground and he's bleeding out and looking paler than when we first saw him. So I have the advantage here, and I took the Stardust Soda, so I'm zeroed in. So I'm gonna do d8 times my vigor. So I'm gonna roll a d8. Okay, that's 4 times 2, which is 8. But he has 4 armor, so I'm only do 4 more. Okay, finally, Zen could come in. I nodded him, "Do it, Zen." And he, with precision, goes with his neon blade. He also has the stealth grip. I don't think it's going to come into play, but I always like to look it up. No, it only works if he's the first in the turn order. So he's going to do D12 plus 4 damage. D12 plus 4. Okay. That's 7 minus 4. So he only does 3 damage. And he's also going to throw a frag grenade. But it might not work where he doesn't have the Stardust Soda, so the enemy's going to roll. Oh, oof. I rolled a 12 for their vigor. But Zen has 4. Okay. So come on, high rolls. So it was so close to a 10. Oh, it didn't work. It's okay. That was a waste, as he tosses it to the side, crushes it in his hand that's still working, and it's back to the top of his turn. So I'm gonna roll that d10 for the enemy, as he is looking bloodied and bruised. That's a 4. It's his laser blaster again, so that's d8 plus 5. Okay, 12. You know what? I'll take it. That's fine. I jump up again in front of Zen, because I don't want my friend Zen to take any damage. So that was his action. Let's do this. I have a dual processor, which I can attack with both equipped weapons this turn using a single main action. That's going to take 4 energy. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is, oof, I only have 4 energy, and the charge splitter, it costs energy. Oh, that's fine. I'm going to use the charge splitter. I'm going to use 3d6, so that's -3 energy. Ooh, I'm down to 1. And that was the side action. It costs 4 energy to do it, and it's a side action, so I can't even... I have energy cells that I can pump into my veins, but I can't do it this turn. So either I end him now, or me and Zen do it. Okay, so that's 3d6. Yep. So it's just going to be 3d6 damage. Ooh, 17. -4, that's 13 damage. I'll take it. Oh my. But then I can also attack with my Halo disc. So it's again just like... Then I toss the gun. It's like magnetic, attaches to my back. Halo discs are back out, and that's 2d6 plus 4 that I can do. So there we go. 10 damage -4, so 6. So I do 6 damage, and he goes down to 4. He is looking busted. So that's my turn. I'm just looking at Zen. You could do this, friend. So that is a d12 plus 4 as Zen comes in. Come on, end it, Zen. Zen lifts up his sword, goes to stab right in the middle of this guy's face. Come on, can he do it? Yes! Zen does the killing blow with 12 damage. It takes away, and it goes past his armor. This guy, dead. As he lifts up his neon blade, his legs in a wide stance, and goes to stab forward into the guy's face, and you see sparks flying everywhere as he falls to the ground. Like his head slides back from the sword, and he, with like a large thud, lands on the floor of his starship. And so I give the word to Lily, and we are teleported back onto our ship. Okay, so obviously we earned a lot from this boss kill. It's fine. Krell is dead, the claw is neutralized, and the Syndicate's grip is severed. The Prophet's new genesis begins immediately. Every Corsair tile on my map now glows a steady white light of synth control. My favor with them is good. Or actually, my favor with Corsair is at... let's double check. Oh, it's at a -13 because I was already at a -3. And so the pirate threat is gone, and we're back. Zen cleans his blade, and they surrender and they leave. What happens next is a massive void vortex opens in the middle ring, and it looks like the Atlantis Millennium has arrived. It is a huge city ship from the old world. And we fly the Nova through the vortex and lock it into a docking arm. So let's place it in, was it a middle ring? So let's place it right here. And we fly it. This is the Atlantis Millennium here. And the Atlantis Millennium, what this is it appears in the game under certain conditions. So you have to complete the star system in its entirety. It appears via a vortex of void, and it replaces any non-settlement tile in the middle ring. And because they say it's a challenging late game expansion, so it is recommended that your character has already beaten the game and possesses an advanced build. So yes, I think that describes us. So this is so exploration begins at Sector 1 at the docking bay, and then players can move between adjacent sectors. So we will get into it. We're going to end this session here. So this looks like this is the penultimate. We're going to end, exploring the Atlantis Millennium, which is, it sounds like it's very interesting. That current tile that we moved to, it's swallowed, as it says, it's swallowed by a massive sudden vortex. It's very interesting. So yeah, suddenly it appears. As your starship approaches the Atlantis, your oracle system searches its archives for any information on the time-worn megastructure. And we will read more about it later. In the last which will be the last session of Astroprisma, at least my playthrough, and then we'll see what happens next. Because there's campaign mode. There's other things that I could do. And I was thinking about, oh, I love this game. I might return to it in the future after playing some other games. But what could I do next? My objective has been met. I've fulfilled my primary goal of forging the system's fate. There's the campaign mode. I can search for specific achievements. There's certainly things that I haven't experienced still. And I will likely either start campaign mode, or I could just start a new journey with a completely new game, different origin, see how different factions narrative concludes and stuff like that. But for now, let's finish out this Atlantis Millennium storyline. I think this could be interesting too. And yeah, I'm very interested to see how this all turns out. This whole Atlantis story beat here. But anyway, thank you. I'm feeling so grateful for this game and the time it's giving me. I'm so happy that I found it, that I got to, it's going to be 20 sessions by the time I finish it. So I'm just feeling very grateful that I could find a solo game that's like 90% perfect for me. And I really love it for that. And so I will see you guys in the final session. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching if you did, and being along with me on this ride so far. And I'll see you guys in the next one.